Hi guys, welcome to this routine where we're going to get you doing a full body workout just to really warm the body up, get everything moving and stretch you out at the same time. So what I want you to do first of all is come on over to your hands and knees. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And I want you to lift the chest so you're looking towards the front of the mat and point the tailbone out behind you. So your spine is nice and straight and you can feel the abdominals just starting to lift up and in across your front. And from here, we're just going to breathe out and slide one arm forwards and then inhale back. Everything else stays stable. Alternate. We exhale and we inhale. So I don't want you to be bringing your shoulders forwards with you. We're just sliding the arm. So we're switching on those core muscles to try and hold our balance. Legs are not moving either. Neck is staying strong. So one more. And as we come back to the center, we're going to repeat that but with the legs. So we exhale to slide. Inhale to bend. Exhale, alternate sides. Now again, as you alternate, I want you to think about switching on the opposite side of the body to try and hold your balance. So we're not shifting our weight, we're not wiggling those hips. We're using the core muscles. We're really trying to stay nice and stable. Pulling up through the back of the arms. One more time. Now this time I'm going to slide my right leg out behind. And then as I inhale, I'm going to lift the right leg and the left arm. And then I tap and draw back to the center. Other side, I slide the left leg first and then I lift the arm and the leg. I tap and back to the center. Keep imagining your tailbone is pointing straight out behind you. The chest is lifted. You're looking forwards to the front of your mat. For two more. Last one. And then as you come back to the center, I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to inhale to thread it under the body, turning the head, the neck, the spine, little rotation. And then as I exhale, I'm going to open up towards the right side, looking up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest. And again, I inhale, I thread under the body. Now my head is staying forwards of my shoulder, just gently bending that left elbow. And then I exhale to open up towards the ceiling. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. And we're going to bring that right hand back to the floor. And we'll swap sides. So my left hand now, I'm going to inhale to thread it under the body. So try not to sit back towards your heels. Try and rotate through the spine. And as we exhale, we open up towards the ceiling. We look towards those fingertips. And then inhale, thread that arm. Turn the head, the neck, the spine. And then exhale. And again, last one. Lovely, and as we place that left hand down to the floor, we're going to walk the hands back towards the knees. Just slowly roll ourselves up to kneeling. So knees are in line with the hips. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, scoop in that belly button. And looking straight ahead, we're going to exhale to hinge back. Inhale forwards. And again, exhale to hinge. Inhale forwards, nice straight line. So pressing in from either side of the body. We want to start to feel the fronts of those thighs warming up. Really nice. Two more. Now on our last one, if you're comfortable, we're going to hold it back. So as we hinge, we're going to stay here. We're going to sweep the arms behind, turning the palms to face the back of the room. And we're going to gently pulse. Now just watch your shoulders don't creep up. Draw them down. Think belly button and lower back connecting, tailbone tucked under. Just for another 5. For the front of those thighs. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently sweep forwards and just give those thighs a little rub. And we're going to turn, just so we've got a little bit of room either side of us. So I'm going to turn to face you. Now, any issues with your hips, you might want to keep your knees in this position. But if you can, we're going to stretch the left leg out to the side of the room and turn the toes to face forwards. So toes and hip bones are nice and square to the wall in front of you. Just bring your hands to your temples. Lift the chest. I want you to drop the shoulders back so we're not slouching or rounding. And from here, we're going to breathe out to hinge to our right side and then inhale back to the center. And again, breathe out to hinge. Inhale to the center. You can reach the left arm overhead so we create a little bit more length down that left side of the body. And again. Now if you're comfortable, we're going to reach that left arm overhead and we're going to place that right hand down to the floor. Now you might want to just stay here and just hold this stretch, but a little challenge for you, this bottom knee that I'm kneeling on, I'm going to step it behind my ankle and I'm going to come into that side plank and I'm just going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring that knee back to the floor and I'm going to carefully push myself all the way back up, hands to the temple. From here, I'm going to reach my left hand down, stretch my right arm over. It'll stretch into the inner thighs. And then come back onto both knees. Lovely. So again, if you want to stay here, fine. Otherwise, let's stretch the right leg out now. Toes facing forwards, hip bones square to the front of the room. Bring your hands to your temples. Just lift that chest. And let's exhale to hinge. Inhale to the center. Exhale to hinge. You can add in that right arm if you're comfortable, so just creating a little bit more length down that right side. Reach those fingers away, straight arm. Lovely, one more. Now again, if you're comfortable, we're going to reach that right arm and we're going to place the left hand to the floor. And you might just want to stay here and stretch. Otherwise, we're going to step that left foot behind the ankle and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring that bottom knee back. We're going to push ourselves all the way up, hands to the temples. And then right arm down, left arm overhead, nice long stretch. Really lovely. And then we're going to come back onto both knees, all balance. And we're going to bring ourselves down to a seated position. So come and take a seat on your mat. And place your feet to hip distance. Reach your arms out in front of you. So try and lift the chest. Try not to round the shoulders. Lift that chest up. Feel both sit bones just pressing down into the mat. Ankles, knees and hips in line. And as we breathe out, we're going to soften the spine. We're going to allow that chest to tuck, that tailbone to roll under. And then we're going to gently rock back off the seat bones. And about halfway down to the floor, we're going to find a balance. Now you can just stay here, so you can keep your feet on the floor, just scoop in that belly button. Or we could bring those knees one at a time to tabletop, knees in line with ankles, and we'll just hold it. Breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. Imagine the knees and the chest are coming a little bit closer, so each time you feel as though you're kind of slouching or your back is kicking in, bring the knees and the chest towards each other. And we'll hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the feet down, have a little round forwards towards your ankles. And then come and lay yourself back onto your mat. So knees and feet to hip distance apart. Arms resting at your sides. Think about pressing down through the big toes, the heels and the outside edge of your feet. And as we breathe out, we're going to come into a shoulder bridge. So we're going to tilt the pelvis. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. And then gently driving the feet into the ground, we peel up through the spine. Belly button pulls in. Open out the hip joints. Deep breath in to hold, and then exhale to lower. One vertebrae at a time. All the way back down. As that tailbone touches the floor, deep breath in. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Feel that lower back pressing down. Push down through the soles of the feet and slowly peel up, belly button in. Deep breath in to hold. Exhale to soften. And again. Now, if you're comfortable and you want to stay as you are, you can carry on with this shoulder bridge as is. Otherwise, if you want to challenge yourself a bit further, we're going to tilt the pelvis, we're going to roll ourselves up into our bridge, and we're going to hold it here. Now, same as before, we want to switch on alternate sides as we gently march the legs. So alternate knee lifts, keeping the knees bent, we're marching the legs. So each time we switch on the other side of the body. So we're not allowing the pelvis to sway or to wiggle. Upper body staying nice and stable. You can feel the glutes beginning to engage. But we feel balanced. If someone was to come along and give you a little push right now, you'd be able to withstand them even though you're not in a stable position. So that's what I want you to imagine. Just for another 4, 3, 2, one more. And then as we place the feet to the floor, we're going to soften the spine and slowly roll it down. And as we come to the mat, we're going to place the hands behind the head. So float them behind the head and link your fingers. And from here, bring the knees one at a time to tabletop. Now we're going to do a little bit of bicycle crunching just to finish off here. So if you can, nod the chin, curl the head and shoulders off the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to turn to one leg as we extend the other leg away. Inhale to the center. Exhale. Inhale, nice and slowly. If you wanted to do this without the legs, you could just work the upper body. We want to feel that rotation through our center. So the head is resting into the palms, but we're turning through the spine. Head, neck, one vertebrae at a time. Now if you're really comfortable, let's speed it up. So instead of pausing in the middle, we scissor from side to side, and we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll hug those knees in and just give your back a little massage. And keeping hold of the knees, lift the head and shoulders and just roll yourselves up to seated. And if you can, cross your ankles or sit however is comfortable for you. And just nod the chin, round the spine, pushing that lower back out behind you as though you're doing a cat stretch. And then lead forwards with the crown of the head. Lift the chin and sit up nice and tall. Let's do that again. So we nod the chin. We round the spine, press the lower back out behind. Lead forwards, lift the chin, roll back up to seated. Let's go the other way. So looking straight ahead, hinge forwards. Nod the chin. Round through that spine and slowly roll yourself all the way up. And again, hinge forwards, look straight ahead. Nod the chin. Scoop in that belly button and slowly roll up. And that is it. Good job, guys. So that hopefully has got you nice and warm and got everything moving. You might want to add on a couple of stretches after that as well, so you can use one of the stretching videos if you need. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon.